internet is a fantastic information resource or a parent's nightmare. So how do you make sure that when your kid goes online to research a school paper on emperor penguins, he or she doesn't accidentally stumble on the emperor's club? Well, KidZui may be your answer. Here to explain what it is Cliff Burrow, CEO of KidZui. Welcome, Cliff.
Thank you.
So explain to us the basics. What is KidZui exactly?
So KidZui is the new internet for kids. We've actually had over 200 paid teachers and parents working in 25 states. We've reviewed and found over 500,000 of the best websites, videos, and pictures for kids on the internet. And we've invented a new kids browser that lets kids independently but safely explore all of that great content in a uniquely kid-fun way.
Now, internet browsers have parental controls. If you Google parental controls, I got dozens of programs this morning that claim to keep your kid away from things you don't want them to see. So how is this program any different from those?
KidZui is quite different than anything before it. Until now, people have defined the internet for kids by filtering or blocking the worst of the adult internet. Our purpose with KidZui is to put the good stuff in. So we've actually invested, I think more than anyone else, in collecting and finding the best content using real parents and real teachers. And we've also created a unique graphical and fun experience for kids to find and use and discover all of that great content.
And you say all the sites and content were reviewed by the editorial team. What qualifies then as a child-appropriate site? I mean, there are, as you know, there are billions of sites out there.
So we actually, this was a daunting and large task, as you can imagine. So we went out and we hired Deanne Kells as our editor-in-chief. Deanne knows a lot about kids. She was the former editor-in-chief of Leapfrog. And Deanne developed a philosophy, and working with our team in San Diego, we recruited and found over 200 very passionate teachers and parents, and we trained them and worked with them on how to find content that was kids appropriate and kids accessible. And we're very proud of the result in KidZui.
So what happens when a kid tries to type in a search term that isn't allowed? What happens?
When kids type in a search term that isn't allowed, KidZui will say, that's not part of KidZui. So if kids try to go to an inappropriate website, if it's a website that we've reviewed and that we've deemed that it isn't acceptable, then we tell kids. But parents can actually add any site specifically for their kids. If kids discover a website that we haven't reviewed, we have reviewers working basically 24 hours a day. So usually within a couple hours, we'll actually take a look at the website, and if it's kids appropriate, we'll add it to KidZui.
So I noticed that abcnews.com was not allowed on KidZui. I won't take any personal offense to that, but that site could be reviewed and perhaps added later is what you're saying.
Yes, parents can add ABC News. We don't include the New York Times or NBC, so we're not picking favorites. But especially today, there's a lot of topics in the news that are not kids appropriate.
Okay, tell me, how do you get KidZui? Is it you download it? How much does it cost? Where can parents find it?
So KidZui is, first of all, it's spelled KidZui.com. So if parents or kids download KidZui, then it just takes usually a minute or so in any home on a cable connection. Kids build their own Zui, their own avatar, and they can start exploring the internet safely. KidZui has a 30-day free trial. We want kids and parents to love it, and if they do, then KidZui will normally be $9.95 a month or $99.95 per year, but as our charter offering, it's only $4.95 a month or $49.95 a year.
All right, terrific. Cliff Burrow, CEO of KidZui, thank you very much for coming in today.
Thank you.
Good things just got better. Introducing an all-new third hour of Good Morning America.
Welcome to Good Morning America Now.
Good Morning America Now. Good Morning America Now.
On ABC News Now.
Get your Good Morning America now at abcnewsnow.com.